Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello and welcome to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives? I'm your host, Olivia Willis, and today is the super-sized, well, hopefully not super-sized, hopefully it's just still kind of a regular length, featuring two of the best guests we've ever had on who have found themselves on opposite sides of an intense debate. And so now we're bringing them both onto the pod to air it all out, to get it all out in the open. Everyone, please welcome Meredith Casey and Grant Sorensen. Meredith, Grant, welcome.
The smackdown of the century.
I know. We've already been exchanging words.
Yeah. The
Verbal blows.
DMs are disgusting.
Yeah.
You two have both been on multiple episodes of the podcast. We clearly have a kindred spirit in terms of appreciation for what's going on Days of Our Lives. But talk to me about the conflict that you guys find yourselves in.
Grant doesn't like Marlena.
Yeah. I think to boil it down, it's that I do find her not aspirational. I don't find her actions on the show to be moral or ethical.
And to be fair, the first episode I ever had Grant watch, Marlena was trafficking in some moral gray areas.
But aren't we all constantly?
And that's a good point. But in that moment, that was her darkest I've maybe ever seen her, other than when she was possessed by the devil.
Will we judge by our darkest moments?
No, and that's why Marlena is my favorite character.
Oh, I know.
I know that I am outnumbered in this debate. And I also can recognize why Marlena is fabulous.
Yes,
she
of
is
course.
color block.
block.
She is a fashion icon.
Yep.
The hair,
which I think she had a new haircut in this episode.
She has layers for
I was
sure.
whoa, someone went to the salon.
Sabrina Carpenter was a minor inspiration.
Totally. It's giving
layering.
feathered bang.
Yes.
I don't know. She's messy. She's messy to me, you guys.
Yeah, that's fair. And messiness is not a quality we want in our mental health professionals. Usually.
Don't we want a girl who's been there? Don't we want a girl who knows?
She does have lived experience.
It's
I will
true.
give her that.
That's true.
Possessed by the devil.
She's been literally to hell and back. Twice.
2 times.
Twice, 2 times.
Someone who's possessed by the devil, not once, but twice. The devil liked what happened the first time, and he knew she was a willing vessel, and that's why he came back again. I think if it's happening twice, that's not a mistake.
I think it's even that he finds her so strong and such a vessel for good and light in the world that he says, I must extinguish that.
And yet she remains.
Nevertheless, she persisted.
And today, of all days, that is a message we must
absolutely
put into the world. As I mentioned in the last episode, I did a big jump. I skipped the back half of season 59. So now we're into season 60. And, I watched this episode and I was literally like, this is the episode that Grant and Meredith need to come together and unite and talk about this episode of television. From what you had watched of season 59, did you feel like a lot had changed? Even just plot, characters, aesthetic?
Well, as you mentioned with your beautiful husband guest, Jacoby Johnson.
Husband first, guest second.
Thank you. It does look like slightly more HD, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And obviously some very exciting new plot stuff that we're gonna get into. I feel like this episode actually had mostly, if not all, familiar characters to the story. Maybe not to you, maybe not to episodes you've watched. But if that comes up, feel free to bring it up.
I was just happy to see Jackie Harry.
Yes, this was your first episode with her in it. Oh my gosh. Very quickly, have either of you listened to today's episode of Las Culturistas with Sarah Sherman?
Yes, just listen to it today.
Well, they talk about Sarah Sherman's cameo on General Hospital, and they have a very interesting, they talk about the direct line of soap operas and the housewives and a lot of reality TV in general. And Matt Rogers is talking about all about how he now wants to have a cameo on General Hospital. And so the wheels are turning. I have to find a way to be like, guys, this is what this is my passion now. Get in on
it's
this.
entering the culture fully. Like,
yes,
I
think
think
so.
soap operas are going to be cool.
Okay, so anyway, I felt like that was like the universe speaking to So Are the Days of Our Lives. And like, yeah, we're getting into the zeitgeist. Come on, people. And related to that, I say this at the end of every episode, but I'm going to say it up top now in case people peter out, because these are long episodes famously. If you like this podcast, leave me a little rating. Leave me a little review in Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. I also have an Instagram. It's at So Are the Days Podcast. Give me a follow. I post funny screenshots from the episodes that you can't capture in the audio medium of a podcast. I would appreciate it very much.
Subscribe. You need to subscribe to the
Please
podcast.
subscribe to the podcast. Are we ready to get started with the recap of this incredible episode of television?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. This is season 60, episode 6. Not boding well for how quickly we're going to get through season 60. I have made it 5 more episodes before I was like, gotta recap this one. This episode aired on September 2nd, 2024. Our episode begins in one of my favorite ways to begin a Days of Our Lives episode, a Salem Spectator headline on an iPad.
This is an iPad heavy household.
It's true.
Everyone is on an iPad.
I've never seen a newspaper on this show.
No, they are energy conscious in Salem.
Absolutely. The headline reads, Brady Black confesses to drunken hit and run. This is the storyline we covered in the last episode, season 60, episode 1. Paulina and Abe are Jackie Harry, and I'm sorry, I do not know this man's name, but he is Abe Carver to me. Paulina and Abe are catching up on the news over their industrial carafe of coffee. Did you guys notice the carafe of coffee, or was it just me?
I just noticed how low the chairs were in relationship to the table. Like their like elbows are like at their chin at the table.
Like little babies sitting at the kitchen table.
Yes.
Paulina and Abe are stunned at the news. Not only has Brady fallen off the wagon after being sober for years, but on top of that, he apparently drove drunk and ran Sarah down. Exposition. They comment on how hard it must be for Brady's family, and their hearts go out to Sarah's too. Like it's like
Sure.
It's a weird, like, oh yeah, we feel bad for the woman who got hit and run by the car. Paulina wants to return to happier news that her TV producer husband is going to make her baby girl a star. And
absolutely.
I am stunned because this man is a politician. He's the former mayor, and he's basically been, as far as I've known him, in recovery from #memory loss.
We can't.
I just didn't expect TV producer to be his new avenue.
Well, you forgot he was the mayor.
Yeah, like mayor to soap operas. I mean, we were talking about the pipeline so deeply.
That's so
I think
true.
his next thing is just an easy into the Real Housewives of Salem. I mean, it's an easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
easy
fair.
slide.
That's fair. But yeah, I guess they're going to make Chanel a star. And now we go in the next scene to the DeMera mansion where Chanel is practicing lines
On an iPad.
on an iPad.
This is iPad count 2.
iPad drink. She's practicing her lines. She's like, Arrow, when I thought you were dead, my heart was shattered. And I'm immediately like, oh, whatever this is, I'm bought in. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like at this point, we still don't know what the project is. We're going to find out soon. Johnny comes in and interrupts her. These two have gotten married in the jump, which is very exciting. They were married and then he got possessed by the devil and they got divorced. And then they were not together for a long time. And then they dated for a long time and now they're married again.
And just dramaturgical question.
Yes, of course.
Is Chanel the same Chanel that was in the forced lesbian relationship with Doctor?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I was like,
Meredith's jaw
it
is
has
on
to
the
be.
floor. That is what she has lived through in her past. Yes.
Okay, great.
Do you think in the writer's room they just have like a full murder, like the one with the strings like connecting thing? Like how They must.
I feel like they have to, but also it would be a red wall. Like it would not, there would be
Yeah.
no lines. It would just be like a flat sheet. Everything is connected to everything.
Yes.
Yarn. Like
Yeah, it's just a wall of yarn. Johnny comes in while Chanel's practicing her lines and he comments on how she's up early and she goes, "The early bird not only gets the worm, she also nails her audition for streaming's hottest new soap opera."
Amazing.
I'm saying that before every audition.
Potentially my favorite vehicle of exposition was this line.
Mhm.
It was incredible.
Yes.
So, in case we couldn't have guessed from the lines she was rehearsing, I guess Abe is producing a soap opera in Salem. How beautifully
Yes.
meta.
And I loved too how high the stakes were for everyone. I was like, this is like basically a cable access show.
I was going to say it's like
But
community theater.
everyone
Right.
is talking about it. Like at one point, Jackie Harry's like, from Salem to Hollywood. And it's like, what?
And also, like, they keep being like streaming.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically
Dreaming.
YouTube. Like, it's so
Yeah, I want to be like, I know I missed the onset of this plot line, but who's the distributor? What are we talking realistically here?
Well, also, do you think this is, well, there's a lot that becomes very meta in this episode, but like also the fact that Days of Our Lives moved to streaming like
That's
a
exactly
season
right.
ago, I
Yes.
think they are like, oh, we are processing our own like
Mhm.
existence now through
Yes.
Mhm.
100%.
this like fake streaming Hollywood
soap
soap opera.
moment. Totally.
Yeah, we're watching them process this in real time.
Absolutely.
Powerful.
Okay, so now Stephanie Johnson is letting Alex Kyriakis into her apartment. They do the courtesies of commenting on how awful the Brady situation is, as one must do in every scene, just be like, crazy about Brady, huh? And I can't get over the fact that we're talking about a woman clinging to life after a hit and run, and Alex's chest is fully popping through the buttons of his tight black button-up shirt. Anybody else catch that?
That's kind of his uniform, I would say.
Bare chest popping through button-down shirt.
Right. I think he gets it tailored. I don't
Yeah.
actually think anything is pushing. I think he starches it open
Oh my
Mhm.
so that they
God.
just stay like that at all times.
I also continued my legacy of just misnomers for all of these people.
Good.
And so I call him Fake Dimitri
Sure.
because he gives me really big Dimitri von the Leuschner vibes, who
Totally.
also is a fan of like a popping button shirt.
Yes. I think that's why Dimitri's not on the show anymore. There could be only one.
Only one. And then I call her Allison Roman.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like she had the same face. And I was like, I don't know, maybe she nailed her audition for
She's
streaming
moonlighting in
this
soaps.
soap opera.
So, yes, apparently Alex is just at Stephanie's apartment with some thin excuse about checking on Stephanie's laptop that he spilled water on. And she explains that it's in the shop. Yes, Meredith
In
has her
the
hand
shop,
raised.
which is not a thing we say about computers.
That's correct. I said
So
the laptop shop.
The lap shop. It's like up on one of those things where they like elevate the car so they can get underneath it.
sliding underneath the
And it's just like a laptop. I also love when he comes in, he's like, well, I didn't want to take up any of your time, walks straight into
Why
the
are
apartment.
you here?
Right.
I was like, so why'd you come over?
That's the thing. I'm just like, I know that the show has to happen, but like, this is not an excuse to put two people in a room together. I just wanted to ask you about your laptop.
They
You
are
can
so
text.
flimsy. They're
Yeah.
always such weird reasons for people to be in a room together.
Yeah. Stephanie, the laptop thing was apparently dramatic when Alex spilled water on it because Stephanie had a business proposal for a big new potential job on the laptop. But it turns out she got the job without needing the proposal. Abe hired Stephanie to do PR for the new soap opera he's producing, Body and Soul. We now have the name of the soap opera. And I can give a little bit of context for what Body and Soul at least means to me in the universe of Days of Our Lives. So when Abe was being held hostage by a crazed nurse from Salem University Hospital and being drugged and his memories were being wiped, she basically locked him in her apartment, and all he could do was watch reruns of this soap opera called Body and Soul. And then sometimes while he was watching, it would like cut to scenes from the show, and it would be like women from Days of Our Lives, like the woman who plays Marlena, the woman who plays Kayla, like dressed in 80s garb, like acting out these soap opera scenes.
Amazing.
It was incredible. And now the fact that they are like using that, now it's Abe's like, I have my memories back and I have a new lease on life, and what I'm gonna do is reboot Body and Soul. I'm so here for it.
No.
Existing IP is so important.
It's so crucial in the streaming space.
Why tell new stories?
No. So yeah, Alex is like, oh yeah, I know all about Body and Soul. It turns out I might be working there too. And Stephanie gives him an absolutely crazy look that's like happy mouth dead behind the eyes. Like I've never seen someone make that face before.
It's like the face I make when I look in the mirror in the morning where I'm like, well, we're back, you know, like just another day.
Booting up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is this the physical embodiment of like feeling conflicted? Like one half of your face is one emotion and the other half is absolutely another emotion. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to visit Leo Stark in this office I've never seen before. He's wearing a purple zebra print top, and my note is just discuss.
And my note is, what is this shirt? I have heard and seen some like pretty borderline homophobic things on this show in the episodes that I've been a part of. This is the worst thing that has ever been done to a gay man in a public sphere.
Agreed.
It is a woman's shirt. If you look at the cut, if you look at the buttons, it is boxy. It is so ugly.
It's a shade of purple.
Yes.
That should never be.
It doesn't exist in nature.
It doesn't exist in nature.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, synthetic. You cannot mix it with a natural animal print, as that is offensive to nature.
Abomination is what it is. We also have to talk about the Emmy/Oscar that's on his desk that is wearing a pink puff halo.
Wait,
I just need to put that out there.
How did I miss that?
No, Olivia, I missed it too.
It is another example of our set dressers who are probably using their own daytime Emmys,
going off
and putting it is a pink boa halo on top of the trophy.
Okay, folks, I will get a screenshot of this.
Which also is like,
are we then insinuating?
Exactly. What are we insinuating? Has Leo won an Emmy?
In the past, he was like, yeah, I did like 2 seasons on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Like,
she gave me this shirt as a wrap present.
You know that as an Ellen wrap gift.
I don't know if it's an Emmy. I don't have the memorized what each statue
the design
like,
of the statuette.
Probably, let's be honest, it's probably a GLAAD award. Let's be honest.
Let's get real.
They were like, gay guy, I guess, GLAAD
give
award.
him that.
Throw it on there.
Even if he won an Emmy, we can't just put it on the desk. We have to make it fabulous.
We have to make it a little gay.
Oh my God.
So now Marlena storms into the office, and all I'm going to say right now, she's acting a little off. That's all I'm going to say right now. I do
have a what the hell is wrong with Marlena?
Yeah. Well, I said Diva Showdown.
But yes, that's exactly right. Because here we go. I've clearly missed significant developments in the episodes I skipped, because Marlena storms in, she's looking for Leo, and he immediately apologizes that he had to cancel their date to watch Drag Race, but he's just been so swamped at work.
This is also one of those times this show does the weirdest pop culture references to like real life that are so jarring to me.
And I follow Days of Our Lives official Instagram account, obviously. And they also, around the time this episode came out, posted a picture of Marlena and Leo like snuggled up on a bed watching TV. And it was like who's your bestie who you have Drag Race watch parties with?
No.
They just learned about Drag Race.
I
Like
know.
the writers
That's
are
why
just learned about it.
I'm like,
And they're like,
they
oh my God.
actually invested in hiring a real like
Yes.
Gen Z gay guy to write
Yep.
on the show.
Yep.
And he's like, guys, if we're gonna traffic in gay guy stuff, we absolutely have to pay homage to Drag Race.
But
Yes.
can we get another gay twink in the wardrobe department, please?
Please.
Begging.
We're begging.
Please. What's
On
going
my hands and knees.
on?
So yeah, Leo had to cancel their date to watch Drag Race, but he's just been so swamped with work as head writer of a soap opera. Chaos, absolute chaos. So here, this clearly must be the body and soul office. And Marlena's happy for him, but she admits she's not here to congratulate him. She tells him she's changed her mind. So Leo's gonna have to fire Hattie Adams. Marlena wants to play Charlemagne. And Leo, like us all, taken aback.
I
Shocked.
wrote down, is she possessed by the devil again?
In a way.
Third time's a charm.
Third
Third time's a charm. I wrote down, and I love this, just as I was like, classic Marlena. I didn't come here to congratulate you. Okay, well, first of all, you're in my office now, honey.
You didn't have to
ask.
congratulate me.
Yeah. Also, she didn't know he was the head writer for this soap opera, that she's also been offered a role and turned down on the soap opera.
No, I think, but Leo clearly offered Marlena the role of Charlemagne.
Charlemagne. Which also, I was like,
right.
does Body and Soul take place in 14th century
Charlemagne.
England? Like, what?
My guess is that it has been well established that Leo is the head writer of the reboot of Body and Soul, streaming's hottest new soap opera, but for expository reasons,
Absolutely.
he had to announce my new job as head writer of a soap opera. That's all I can assume.
It's just to explain why he's in this room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say, because I had to watch this at work today because I accidentally watched the wrong episode.
I appreciate you.
And the notes on that one, excellent. At one day, if you ever
Meredith
wanna use
will
my
return
notes
for
on that
episode 106.
Yeah.
I was watching it while doing housework because Kid I Needed was at school. Very helpful, all these expository moments. I
Meredith,
was coming in and out of the room. I was loading the dishwasher and I went, this
is what the show was designed
Exactly.
for.
You're not
people
supposed to
in
sit
their
and
late
watch
20s
it.
who are begrudgingly watching children for money.
Yes.
Absolutely what we want. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The blueprint may have been designed for the 1950s housewife. However, it is now a show for
Gigging creatives.
who cannot be alone with their thoughts and need background noise. And this is
Absolutely.
the perfect background noise. And just now we're at opening titles. Like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. Now we're going to jump to the Brady pub with Roman and Kate. Married couple. Roman is happy the pub is closed for Labor Day. It's Labor Day, everyone. Happy Labor Day. Not just because his staff deserves a day off, but because he gets to spend time with his lovely wife. And Kate's just jangling away as she eats her breakfast, bangles and rings every which way.
Just pushing eggs around on a plate.
You hear her
Yes.
coming a mile away.
The sounds are horrible. Like the food cutting sounds are terrible.
Well, yeah, it is truly like she's not aiming for the prop food on her plate. She's aiming to put metal to porcelain.
I will say this is the first time I'm actually putting a face to Roman. He's only ever been spoken of, at least in the
That may
episodes
be true
I've
for
watched.
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
And
makes
he is
sense.
Nothing like I was like, that is 100 miles away from what I thought you were gonna look like. I, because of his name Roman, always assumed that he would like be Greek or something. And so when I saw this like milk toast man,
It's Roman Brady. Which he does kind of give me like old Irishman.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know why I was picturing like Greek gangster in my head. Like
Nah.
the pub is a front for like money laundering. And then I was like, oh no, this old man just loves this restaurant.
He's just a kindly old man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did just like devote his life to building like a
Right.
family business.
He used to be a cop in the Salem PD, but now he just does the pub.
Sure.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, so Kate's, slinging her bangles hither and thither, and she asks if Roman's considered closing the pub a few days a week on a regular basis. She insists he works too hard and the staff would like a few days off a week. And Roman's like, I don't think they would like losing several days off their paycheck.
Yeah, says who?
But Kate clearly has an offer. She asks what Brady would think of letting her and Abe film Body and Soul right there in the Brady pub. But I also love that the ask is not like, we need a restaurant. It's just like, we need somewhere to film the show. Why not do it here?
Yeah, right here. This is basically a soundstage.
Like, huh?
It's great.
It's
I also
crazy.
love, like, she did this, like, and again, this is where I'm like, oh, things are getting so meta. She, like, places, like, we could put the cameras here and
she points
gestures to where the cameras are.
Yes.
And there could be TV monitors up here. And I'm like, that's where the TV monitors are. I was like, the geography of thought that but it's literally like
in front
how
of
the
her
room is. Yeah.
Because I'm like, where she's pointing in the reality of the show is a wall, famously.
Straight up a wall.
Right. There is nothing there for cameras to go.
And there is no reason for cameras to go there and not the other wall.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Silly goose. Silly goose. Okay, so we're going to go back to Paulina and Abe. Abe admits that Johnny, Chanel's husband, Johnny, is the one who had the idea to cast Chanel in the soap. And I'm like, yeah, obviously nepotism. Like, I had forgotten that Johnny's
too.
Yeah. So Johnny's thing was that he's like a wannabe director. And so I guess now he's directing Body and Soul. Grant, no. You're going to eclipse Johnny DiMera.
I will be the director of Body and Soul season 2.
So Paulina doesn't care whose idea it was as long as she's sitting front row when Shamar Moore hands Chanel her first of many Daytime Emmys.
Now, why is Shamar in it?
Because famously, he was on The Young and the Restless.
But also, I was like, oh, I wonder if Jackie, Harry, and Shamar Moore know each other. And it was like a little not like, I wonder if she was like, actually, could I say my friend's name?
That's so true. And like, there aren't a ton of like name. I was about to say something like it was a really like, I'm coming up with a really fresh new idea discovery in the moment. I'm about to say the most obvious thing in the world. There aren't any like name recognizable soap stars right now. So it has to be someone who was on The Young and the Restless in 1998 or whenever Shamar Moore was
Eileen
on.
Davidson.
Right. Yes.
It's Susan Lucci. Like,
I was about to be like, I've never thought about it, but there really aren't a ton of name recognizable daytime soap opera stars. Jesus, use your brain, Olivia. You have a podcast about this show and you don't know any of the actors' names. No. Except for Jackie Harry.
Hello. But you can't say that name.
but you can't say that name.
Right here.
That would be too meta.
Oh, wait.
So, yeah, that's just an incredible moment. Meanwhile, Chanel is going to admit to Johnny that she's nervous, but he knows she's going to be great in her audition. And then we do a lot of like weird logistical talk about like how will the bakery run when Chanel gets the part. I don't care how the staff is going to cover at Sweet Bits.
Right. Also, he at one point says like, well, I'm going to be directing your audition. And I was like, we direct auditions now?
I'm also like, if this wasn't her husband, that would be like a casting couch situation. Like, I would
exactly.
Like, this is only okay because there's a marriage license involved.
Grant, I still take issue with 90% of what we're about to talk about. Not okay.
Oh, yeah. But also, I'm like, well, Chanel, you're also stupid if you're like, I'm so nervous, how am I going to get the lead role on the soap opera my dad is producing?
She's not an actor. None of them are actors. Like,
she runs Sweet Bits.
when I say it's community theater, like that, it's like
Yes.
the baker and the businessman are auditioning for the leads.
And the therapist turned it down.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
And we're filming in a working restaurant. Jamar Moore is going to be up in there.
We don't have to hire extras because there's genuinely a lunch crowd. It's insanity.
God, I'm obsessed.
It's so good.
I need to start operating at this level of delusion.
Yes.
This is what we're saying. I think these are successful people.
So yes, here we go. Johnny shares that he's going to be directing Chanel's audition today. And Chanel wonders aloud if Abe and Kate have found her love interest. And Johnny shares that Abe mentioned they may have found the perfect guy, cliffhanger. Who could it be? And of course, we cut back to Alex. And Stephanie finally says what I just screamed into the mic and have been internally screaming as I watch this episode up until this point. Stephanie's like, it's interesting that they'd bring you in for this show since you have no acting experience whatsoever. First, he's like, oh, well, yeah, how hard could it be? Just learn the lines, pretend to be someone else. And she is, whatever her choice was in the scene, I'm fucking obsessed with it. Because she's just like, well, you know, I do think it takes talent to pretend.
It's defensive.
And you know that this is also, again, this like undercurrent of like, these are actual soap opera
100%.
actors talking about the craft of acting. But I'm like, yeah, this is probably how these two actually feel about
100.
what they literally do.
Yes, yes. And she's just like, you know, you don't just pretend to be someone else. Like, people have to believe you. And like, that takes talent.
That takes some kind of talent.
Some kind of talent.
Yes.
And
Sometime.
Alex admits he hopes he has that talent. But if he doesn't, you know, who cares? It's not like it was his live stream. And I go, and that's why he'll book it.
Absolutely. And Allison Roman, who actually does a pretty good job reading the lines. Well, she never even considered.
Never
she's not
considered.
going in to be directed for an audition.
Because she's like, look, I'm a PR artist. That's what I do.
That's my lane, man.
That's my lane.
Do you know what she does so beautifully? Talk about some kind of talent.
Tell me.
She pretends like she can't read quickly.
Yes.
Excellently.
Yes. We're gonna get to it in a couple scenes, but yeah, that's her some kind of talent. But yeah, so Stephanie wants to know more about like who's the character, what's the part, and Alex is like, all I know is his name is Arrow. He's a heartthrob with chiseled features and washboard abs, and Stephanie just goes, oh well, you don't stand a chance.
I was like, yes, neg that man into his grave.
Okay, back at the Body and Soul office, writer's room, I like don't know what to call this room. Marlena is insisting that Abe offered her the role of Charlemagne first. So Leo is going to have to fire Hattie and bring Marlena in as her lookalike or something. So here's where I'm going to give the context about Hattie Adams. So Hattie Adams was actually a character from like Marlena's first season of Days of Our Lives in the 70s. And Hattie Adams was iconically played by Deirdre Hall, the woman who plays Marlena's identical twin in real life.
Oh my God.
Olivia.
Yes. So that was one of the first like doppelganger, like evil twin storyline things. So that's what the deal with this Hattie person is that we're hearing about in this scene. So yeah, Leo's still not convinced. So Marlena brings out the big guns. She's like, aren't we BFFs, Leo? And Leo beams like this is what he's been waiting his entire life for. And I think that's adorable. Grant is shaking his head and Meredith is nodding like she's about to burst into tears.
Oh my God. Again, it's just like she will do and say whatever she needs to do or say.
Grant, this isn't Marlena.
It's not her.
But it's someone doing an impression of her, and I think they're nailing it. Okay? Are we BFFs? I was also like, first of all, I never want to hear a 60-something-year-old woman say, are we BFFs ever again. I mean, come on. And then I just said, Leo giving conflicted.
Yes, that is what he's giving. Because he's like,
serving.
He really clearly wants to give her this win, but he's very hesitant. And Marlena goes, are you going to help me land my dream role or what? And that is a line I will begin using throughout my career.
Yes.
I am going to start walking into auditions and say, are you going to help me land my dream role or what?
My name is Olivia Willis, AEA,
Yes.
5'5",
5'5.5",
located and based
mind
in
you.
New York City.
Mhm.
So yeah, Leo is like writhing in discomfort at this point because he's like, he can't fire Hattie without cause. She has a contract. And Marlena's ironclad retort is, there's cause. It's cause Marlena Evans wants the part.
I was like, okay, she kind of ate with that one.
That's okay. Thank you. You have some sense. You have some sense.
I was like, she ate with that one. That was
What's
good.
4 plus 4? Marlena.
8.
8.
And so, yeah, Leo's just like, it's not going to slide. We'd have to pay out Hattie's contract. And Marlena goes, I'll do it for free. I don't need the money. I'm a doctor. I'm rich. And I don't want to miss my chance to be the it girl.
This is where I was like, we might need to Luigi Mangione Marlena. Like, I have money. I'm a doctor. Like, I was like, oh,
You're going to get this podcast on a watch list.
No.
you can cut it if you need to.
There's even more corruption, though, because Leo doesn't budge. And then Marlena offers him free therapy for a year, which honestly, he should take it. He needs it.
I also have a question, just because I saw this note that I forgot about. Did anyone else get the Dove commercial that uses My Neck, My Back as the music? Because that one popped up for me right about now.
I actually just recently took the jump into Peacock with no ads.
Oh, you
Oh.
bitch.
You're rich. You're a doctor.
You don't need money. You can do it
I'm
for
rich.
free.
I'm a doctor. I don't need money. Because we fall asleep to it and it's like,
Yeah.
you can't fall
Disturbing.
asleep and then
The
my
ads
neck,
really
my
bother me.
back keeps popping up.
Grant,
No.
what?
It is a Dove commercial that
You don't know this
uses my
commercial?
an
No.
edited. It's an edit. Like, obviously they're not like my pussy and my crack, but like it's like my neck, my back. Put that Dove on the rack. I don't know, like what. Like they changed
On the
it,
rack.
it was. But it was so It was like Leo's conflicted face, and then my neck, my back, and I was like, whoa, okay.
Crying tears
Hold
out of
on.
my eyes.
It has to be on YouTube. So I think we'll find it and we'll.
I feel like now that you've
That-
mentioned it, it will be the first commercial that pops up when I turn on Peacock later tonight.
Oh, it's my ringtone
Yes.
now. I mean, like,
I actually love this. Is now going to be the second episode in a row where we do an interlude to talk about the commercials that came up. And
love
I like
that.
this being a through line. Okay, back at the pub. Oh, this is when Kate was really painting a broad picture of how they could use the pub for filming.
yes.
But she's also
Yep.
just like, put camera monitors over there and video monitors up there. And she's kind of just like mildly gesturing. And she goes, and we'll have trailers outside. It's like, yeah, where the fuck
A
else would we
nightmare.
put the trailers?
Well, but also, like, how big is this parking lot? I mean, this is like a pub.
Well, there's famously no parking lot. Like they do scenes in the exterior of the pub and it's like a courtyard. Like there's no,
Yeah, it's like
there's
one
no
park
street.
bench. Yeah.
It's like a cobblestone path.
Roman's like, we're gonna have to get permits.
Oh
like,
my
from
God.
the city. I also love that the scene starts with him being like, all right, let me get this straight. You want me to close my business
restaurant.
I was like, yes, King, get it out. Yeah, yep. That is exactly what we're
What
asking.
she wants.
He is giving like iced tea from
You mean
yeah.
to tell me?
Yes.
Yeah, Kate insists Roman wouldn't have to lift a finger. The crew will do everything. And I'm like, what crew? Because it
What
seems like
crew?
it's just you and Abe, and you're both over 65.
Yes.
So yeah, Roman's resistant, but Kate reminds him how desperate his dear friend Abe is to have this body and soul reboot be a hit. And I'm like, this is manipulation to the highest
Yep.
degree.
Well, she learned it from her best friend Marlena.
Get her name out of your mouth.
Oh my God. Guys,
Never.
guys.
Never.
It's tearing us apart. So Abe admits that he knows Chanel will be perfect for the role of Faith on Body and Soul.
Uh-huh.
And if they can just find the right arrow for her love interest, sparks will fly over Hollywood, which I said too soon.
Olivia. They didn't know. They didn't
I
know
know
back
this
then.
was
know at the
filmed
time.
a year and a half ago. Too soon. And I'm not afraid to say it.
You should be. This
We have to be
we've
careful.
spoken of Luigi Mangione and now the LA disaster. We are on watch list.
Days of Our Lives speaks to current events.
It's like Shakespeare. It's always relevant.
Yes, thank you. Paulina asks Abe who they're thinking of for Arrow, and Abe really draws it out. He's like, someone with the right look and the right energy. Alex Kyriakis, and Paulina's face falls.
Queen of timing.
Absolutely.
I said Jackie Harry,
Timing.
queen of timing.
Yeah,
She is giving facials times a million.
absolutely.
This
Yeah,
like daytime Emmy just face acting for this.
that
woman.
should be a category.
Absolutely.
So now Alex is going to admit to Stephanie that he's nervous to audition. Like, oh, revolutionary. People are nervous for their auditions when this is not what they do.
Who else is going in?
No, I mean, no one. He's basically
From
been
what
they've
it sounds
been
like,
offered the role.
they're the only people being seen.
That's correct.
It's basically
That's a good
offer
point.
only.
That's a good point. Stephanie offers to run lines with Alex, and he pulls the sides out of his pocket and he goes, "Here's my audition scene. I printed it out." And I'm like, oh, so one non-iPad king.
He does not care about the
Finally.
trees.
Finally.
I know.
And he's off book, as they say.
I mean, the like theaterisms.
Yeah,
but like doesn't know the word sides. Like it's
Yes.
My audition,
My
Real hit
audition
and miss.
scene.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, they start doing the scene. It's the same one Chanel was rehearsing earlier, and Stephanie does her incredible fake bad acting moment
Mhm.
here, where she's just like, "Arrow, if I had known you were alive." Like, it's really good.
Did anyone else notice that his ears were so red?
No.
Like, I don't know if the studio was hot, but like his ears are bright red. In
Oh,
this
I'll have to
scene.
look. Maybe he was genuinely nervous for his audition.
Maybe.
I mean, it
For his
can
big audition.
steamy.
Maybe he can make his ears red to
Yes.
indicate
It's
that
like
he
crying
is
on cue.
anxious. Yeah. Yeah.
Special skills can send all my blood to my
To
ears.
my ears.
To indicate nerves.
Yes.
So they're doing the scene. Alex is being very moody and dramatic, and I would say very much the way this actor acts on Days of Our Lives. No
It's a normal
disrespect.
day.
Yeah, I didn't really see much of a like transformative performance.
And he like grabs Stephanie's face and he's delivering a line about how she's the love of his life and she always will be. And then Stephanie goes, "Wow, Daytime Emmy-worthy." And this is where
They are fishing.
this is where,
fishing.
okay, so for at least the years that I have been watching Days of Our Lives, they are always nominated for a bunch of Emmys and they never win. Like one girl won for like best young actor or whatever, because they do a special category for young actors and it's like anyone under the age of 30. It's crazy. It is not children.
It's dark. Well, they don't have children on the show. It would be an
Everyone's
impossible category.
They go from blanket to teenager.
best blanket rap. And then last year, like Dick Van Dyke won for guest star
His arc. Oh, that's
on
cute.
Days of Our Lives. But
Right.
yeah, I think this is literally them having like a meta commentary about how their show, Days of Our Lives, is Daytime Emmy-worthy, and no one is acknowledging that.
100%.
It is so crazy.
They're like, Shamar, come on.
Come on,
Tamar.
Hand-
offer it to me.
Come on, dude.
He's like, I'm not in control
Like,
of
I
the
don't-
decision.
I'm not even a
I am
voter.
at home.
No. So now back with Abe and Paulina. Abe wants to know what would be wrong with Alex auditioning for Arrow. And Paulina says something about how she wouldn't be the one to have a problem with Alex and Chanel working together, but Chanel's husband might. She goes, "Not only did Alex sleep with Johnny's twin sister, he also slept with Chanel." And Abe is shook.
Shook.
Mhm. There's like a bowl on the table, like a decorative bowl on the
Yes.
table, and it's so close to the edge of the table that if one of them were to make like a sweeping gesture,
It would be gone.
it would fly off. It would be off.
And that
I was
is
like,
why
just
they
move.
don't. They just sit.
They are
and
sat.
stare at each
Yeah.
other.
And when she does start using her hands, which I do note later, Jackie Harry keeps them very close to her statement necklace.
Okay, so now, meanwhile, Johnny's sharing with Chanel that as a director, he hopes this mystery guy is the perfect fit for Arrow. But as her husband, he hopes the guy is dog's breakfast fugly, is what he says.
I wrote that down in all caps.
I can only pray that that was scripted. Like, if that was scripted, oh my God.
It's like a perfect blend of like old fashioned, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
since the 30s, no one has been like, that's the dog's breakfast. Like, it's that, and then like fugly, which is
Fugly.
just such a like
Mean Girls.
2003 word.
Yes.
I hope the guy's dog's breakfast fugly. That
Fugly.
took me away.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, now we have some more weird exposition wedged in where Chanel's talking about how it's a lot of pressure to make it sizzle with a scene partner as body and soul's hot young super couple. And Johnny goes, you can't forget both of them have evil twins. And I'm like, why? Like, what?
Why can't she forget that?
Shut up.
First of all, she doesn't have the role yet, so she doesn't need to be thinking about the future.
She's really nervous about whether or not she's going to get it.
I also just love someone being like, don't forget this thing that has nothing to do with what you were just talking about or anything that we're going to talk about later in the episode.
Is this where he talks about the aborted biopic?
Yes.
Yes, the aborted biopic about my grandmother's demonic possession.
That is exactly right. He's
Come on.
encouraging her to let go of the pressure. And he's like, and this is advice from a seasoned director. Well, a few student films and an aborted biopic about my grandmother's battle with demonic possession.
So he's talking about Marlena.
Marlena. Yes.
Yeah.
He was trying to make a movie about the first time Marlena was possessed by the devil when Marlena got possessed by the devil the second time. And so then everyone was like, whoa,
too
whoa,
close.
whoa.
Too soon.
Speaking of too soon. Johnny and Chanel kiss, and things are like clearly turning spicy in a way that I get very uncomfortable with in this show. And Johnny's like, I know how I could help you relax before your audition. Yuck. Bad.
Disgusting.
It's
And again,
so
that would be a casting couch.
Yes.
You cannot say that.
You cannot say that even to your wife. And so then she's like, great minds think alike. And then she slams the iPad into his chest, iPad drink, and goes, help me run lines. And I'm like, finally, someone in this situation is professional.
Someone's ready to work. Okay.
Come on. She's like, no, I don't need to bone so I get ready for my audition.
right. I came here to be a star. Thank you
This
so
is my
much.
big break. So Alex is running his scene with Stephanie, and he stops because he keeps fumbling the part about Dr. Stenbeck's brain transplant or something. So they take it from the top, and as Alex and Stephanie gaze into each other's eyes, the underscoring suggests something real is happening between these two, betwixt these two. I'm very curious.
And I thought she did a good job of, in that first scene, she's like, I never read lines, like showing the progression of like her own kind of like
Totally.
getting into the like vibe of the scene.
Yep.
Mhm.
Very good.
Takes
Very
some kind of
good.
talent.
Daytime Emmy-worthy, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So back at the office, Leo admits to Marlena that it would be a dream to write for her, but it just wouldn't be fair to Hattie. And Leo's insistent. Marlena's a successful therapist, but for Hattie, this show is her big break. And I love that it's like, you have enough. You don't have to be on TV too.
He's like, this woman has nothing.
Nothing to live for.
She needs this shitty role.
You are a doctor. You have plenty of money.
So yeah, they go back and forth for a little bit. And finally, Leo gets like eerily professional and goes, Dr. Evans, as much as I have come to value our best friendship, I will not allow you to strong arm me into firing Hattie. There are lines Leo Stark will not cross.
King.
Powerful.
King behavior.
And Marlena goes, oh, so you don't mind conspiring to hurt a child and make Nicole think her baby was dead, but firing Hattie Adams is a bridge too far? And he's truly like, yes, that is correct.
Correct.
That is where my line is.
Say it with your full chest. I'm pretty sure I must be Marlena. She goes, that crazy Hattie Adams. And I was like, is this a production of Picnic? Like, what is happening?
She does call her a broad at one. She's like, you don't even know that broad. And Leo's
Loved.
like, broad. So here we go. Marlena goes, I have never been more insulted in my life. And she like flips her hair and then she starts to sob and she goes, and I've never been so moved in my life. She says she was just auditioning a little bit and testing Leo's loyalty, and he passed. It's not Marlena. It was Hattie Adams all along.
All time.
This is Hattie, and that explains all of her quirks in this episode so far. We're not dealing with Dr. Marlena Evans. We're dealing with her doppelganger. A criminal of sorts, Hattie Adams. I think she has a checkered past. I couldn't give you any of the details, but I know it's checkered with something.
Oh, not checkered.
Well, she's a broad.
She's one of those
crazy
broads.
broad.
That crazy Hattie Adams.
Hattie Adams.
Yeah, Leo admits that her Marlena impression is stunning, but he's pissed and tells her to never do that again because he's over the doppelganger stuff. And who should burst in but Bonnie, who is also
Icon.
This is commentary because Bonnie is a classic Days of Our Lives doppelganger. She was another actress who like played two characters who quote unquote looked exactly alike. And Bonnie and Hattie would get into like doppelganger shenanigans, like ruining their counterparts' lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, this show is always working on so many levels.
Absolutely. It's a game of chess, not a game of checkers. Let's just say
so they
that.
have a chess past. It's not a checkered past.
There we go. So Bonnie is pissed. She needs to talk to Leo about this mess of a script. And that's where we're going to leave Body and Soul for right now. Kate is still giving Roman the hard sell. She's like, Body and Soul fans are going to flock to the pub when they see where their favorite soap is filmed and think about the merch. And I'm just like, I've got to get my hands on some merch.
Mm-hmm.
And Roman finally agrees they can use the pub to film 2 days a week, which I'm like, is not enough, but is also too much.
This
somehow.
poor showrunner. The schedule must be insane.
Really?
Yeah, Roman finally agrees they can use the pub 2 days a week. He tells her he just wants to help the show be the best it can be. And she's like, do you mean it? Then ask Kayla if we can use the nurses' station for our hospital set. Once again, absolute delusion. Kayla is the chief of staff at Salem University Hospital, and they want to film in an active hospital. Can we just close down the emergency room for 2 days a week?
You know what? If you don't ask, you can never
Meredith, I was about to say the exact same thing. Okay, we are united.
This is the bridge we're building. This is the bridge we're building.
Absolutely.
I did it. Okay, so here comes my favorite moment of an elder trying to make sense of the shenanigans of the youth.
Oh, brother.
So Abe thought that because Allie and Chanel were a couple, and Abe thought that Allie and Chanel broke up because Alex and Allie got together. And Paulina reveals that that was only after, and she goes, and this is shocking, they had a threesome.
Basically does a trigger warning.
That's true.
And I just said, not threesome discourse on Days of Our Lives.
I know.
There's actually a lot of threesome discourse.
Oh, God.
Is there like a polycule awareness sort of situation ever, or is it all just...
I mean,
Monogamous
maybe
law.
later in season 60 we'll get into it. Who knows?
I'm
But,
just opening
yeah.
the door. They can step through if they'd like.
This is really funny. So yeah, Paulina's like, they had a threesome, and Abe goes, who did?
Which honestly, I said basically the same thing out loud. I was like, okay, wait. Who had the threesome?
And Paulina's like, the three people we are talking about right now had a threesome. And then he's like, oh, oh. And he goes, so that's the problem with Chanel and Alex working together. But it also explains the sparks. And he's like,
Hey, he sees potential.
he's like, I saw Chanel and Alex arguing in the square, and their love-hate chemistry was off the charts. Have either of you ever seen two people in an argument and said, wow, their love-hate chemistry is off the charts?
Like, well, I better cast them as lovers in something.
Right. I have also never thought like they would be great to have in a room together all the time.
Yeah,
This is
that's going to be a
probably
really
productive.
not toxic workspace. Someone says something, but he says something about an ancient argument, and I was like, okay,
Yes.
Romeo and Juliet prologue.
Yes,
Like,
This is
giving Montague.
truly.
Abe goes, apparently they were hashing out some ancient argument.
From forth these fatal loins.
But so yeah, Paulina's like, oh yeah, this drama was so long ago that maybe it'll be okay. Plus, if Chanel is so happy with Johnny, and clearly they're okay with Alex auditioning for the show, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And this is when Abe has to admit that Johnny and Chanel don't know Alex is auditioning for Arrow. And Paulina is mortified. She says Abe needs to give Johnny and Chanel a heads up or all hell is gonna break loose. Meanwhile, Alex is clearly trying to catch himself after getting caught up in the moment of his scene with Stephanie. He's like, oh, where were we? And Stephanie goes in an incredible line that I need to say verbatim. Oh, well, Arrow was just about to tell Faith how hard he worked to get back to her after his dead twin brother's brain was transplanted into his skull, including the microchip that contains all of Arrow's memories.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. That's all we need to know.
Thank you. Oh, that's where we were. And this is the moment where I just said, I love that they're having fun. You know, I think this is actually
fun at work.
It's a really special thing that I think they're having a ball. This is when you know it's getting serious. Alex takes off his jacket and he rolls up the sleeves of his untucked black button down. Which I don't know why the fact that it was like untucked, something about the cut of it just like really bothered me. I don't know.
Maybe
clearly,
it was sore untucked.
Maybe, but it clearly wasn't as egregious as Leo's shirt. So maybe it didn't
I was gonna
strike
say,
you guys as much.
In the like hierarchy of like bad shirt options, in
Yeah,
this
what are we
episode,
talking
that one
about?
ranks very low.
Yeah. So Alex gets back into it. Oh God, this is so good. He goes, damn it, Faith. Do you know what I did to get back to you? Which it's going to be a good scene when that's the line we're starting with.
Of course.
And he explains he survived Dr. Stenbeck's tropical island, a bout of rainforest fever, fought off an entire militia group, only to get back to Pineview to find out the love of his life was about to marry his father.
There are so many things.
God.
Like they do this thing sometimes where they like cannot say malaria or
Right. They're like jungle fever.
Memory loss. Like they're like jungle fever militia group. I'm like, they cannot name it. Like it's just this strange, it's these very strange like proper nouns that they like cannot say.
That's so funny. Yes. But my favorite also is Stephanie's choice to like react to things as they're happening. Like he's like militia group and she's like, oh my God. Like she's really
It's a list, you know?
Exactly.
You gotta have
there
a
we
different
go.
reaction to everything.
It has to build. So, and then Stephanie starts reading the lines about how Faith had no choice but to accept Arrow was dead. She watched them take out Arrow's brain and put it in Charlemagne's head to save her from terminal frontal lobe carcinoidosis.
That's usually one way to tell someone is dead, is to watch their brain be taken out of their skull.
That's one way. There are others, but that's one of the main ones.
That's probably like the top way.
Yeah.
I God, think this is brilliant what they're doing here.
Yes.
She says she grieved him until their third wedding anniversary when his ghost appeared at his gravesite and told her to move on. And then he goes, but that wasn't a ghost. That was an AI-generated hologram that Dr. Stenbeck created at my father's behest.
I forgot about that.
AI has entered Salem.
AI
The
has
chat.
infiltrated the culture to a
Mhm.
degree.
I also am just obsessed with the casual use of behest.
Yes. And he says, in my father's behest,
Oh,
which I'm
that's
like,
a bummer.
I don't think that's right.
No, that's not right.
Like, but I also do love, and this is something we've talked about, Olivia, is like just like keeping the line flubs and being like, Just keep going."
Yep.
They acknowledge
it.
that in this, where they are flubbing the lines and just keeping going.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think that is beautiful.
It's very self-referential. Alex grabs Stephanie by the waist and he gets really quiet, which is when you know they're serious. And he goes, "Believe in me. Believe in our love." And Stephanie is clearly falling in love as he cradles her face. And then she's like, "Oh, and now they kiss." Girl, be a little less obvious.
One, also, I don't see an intimacy director in the room. So
Obviously
I was
not.
going to say, did we ask permission?
Well, I mean,
Did
Chanel's
he give
husband
red
is
light, green
directing the
light?
scene. It all feels a little murky
maybe
boundaries.
he's certified to do intimacy as well.
I was going to say, speaking of Johnny and Chanel are practicing the same scene, and Johnny delivers the big final line. And of course, they don't hesitate. They kiss passionately. And this is my thing. I mean, again, not to get too real on this podcast, but if we're not careful, we're going to have an "it ends with us" situation. We're going to have a Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively style lawsuit.
Why must you keep this podcast on a watch list? This is the third time now. You are getting us in trouble.
We are edgy.
I have goals for expanding my audience. And what do people do when they want to go viral? They push the button. And this is my way of playing with fire.
She learned it all from Marlena.
Yes, that's her rule book. I pulled it out
These are
of.
all the Marlena moves.
Johnny and Chanel kiss passionately, and Johnny says he'll have to get used to seeing someone else kiss his wife and have her pretend to like it.
Okay, cuck.
That is
disrespectful. Edit it out.
I really don't want to. It's going to get
crying.
even worse because Chanel assures Johnny that he's the only arrow she wants in her quiver. Oh
God.
That's graphic. That's graphic.
It's quite graphic.
It's yeah, that is potent imagery.
Now, and again, Johnny is nothing if not determined, and he's like,
he just wants to bone.
"Why don't we go rehearse that epic Faith Arrow love scene?" And then she goes, "Lead the way, Mr. Director." And I beg of you from the past. Days of Our Lives writing staff, I know it's too late, but stop.
No, one of them in the scene is like, "I'm sure we'll all be very professional." And I was like, well, nothing else about this fucking thing is.
Yeah,
so
based on whose testimony is it going to be very professional?
Why start now, I guess? I don't know. Like,
okay, so Johnny and Chanel are going to go off and have sex. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. He's going to take her peasant dress off.
Exactly. Oh my God. The Empire waist to the point where I was like, I've missed a lot of episodes.
It's like giving baby doll.
Well, but I was trying to figure out if they were indicating that she was pregnant.
Yep. It was so high up. It was like but maybe the actress is pregnant.
I don't think so. I think nobody's. I don't know about the actress.
I have seen into the future that she is not.
Right.
It is just a weird dress.
And not to give a lot away, when Paulina was radioactive, not to take it there, Chanel did get pregnant and I think had to abort the baby.
Fourth watch list. Thank you so much.
Because it had been exposed to radiation poisoning.
Aborted biopic. Olivia, we must discuss this caller ID page.
Oh, yes, they do this.
And how they give no area code for Salem.
You don't need it.
No,
it's a small town.
It's local calls. It's local calls.
It's a 7-digit phone number.
So yes, as Johnny and Chanel are leaving to go do their proverbial casting couch, either Johnny or Chanel, I don't know whose phone it is getting a call.
Someone's iPad goes off.
Yes, someone's iPad goes off.
Like, oh,
and it's an incoming call from Abe, and they do my favorite thing ever, which is when they use like the actor's headshot as just like a picture of like a profile picture on. They did the same thing at the beginning with Brady's like newspaper headline. It's just like a fucking like beauty shot of the guy who plays Brady.
It is so crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Back at the office, Bonnie thinks Hattie is Marlena, obviously. So Bonnie's like asking her to leave so that she and Leo can speak privately. And Hattie's trying to explain, but Bonnie keeps cutting her off about how this script has major problems. And Leo is just seething for hatred with Bonnie this entire scene. It's very funny to me.
I loved her. She was like banged into that room and was like, we gotta talk.
Okay. And she's like, you need to leave.
Yeah.
Hey, gay guy. I thought she was like the showrunner. Like I got like she was like the stage manager of the community theater production of Body and Soul.
It was giving anxiety. It was giving like, why aren't these kids listening to me?
She did give that vibe.
It was giving quiet on set for sure. Not the docuseries.
Not in that way,
Not
Meredith.
the document.
Meredith.
5th watch list. I'm so sorry, guys.
This is spicy.
This is the most inappropriate episode we've ever done.
We are pushing the envelope. So yeah, Leo fucking hates Bonnie's guts.
What's wrong with the script? Well, first off, the first scene. Okay. I was like,
she goes, in the first scene, Charlemagne gets the last word. And I think that makes my character, Cassandra, look wimpy.
She said, this was crazy to me. And I was like, I'm obsessed. She goes, well, Charlemagne has 62 speeches and I only have 41 speeches.
And he went, you counted?
What?
But also,
it's
that's
like,
what I thought. I was like, what constitutes a speech? Because
she's like, the quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain. And it's like, okay.
Oh, I was about to say the exact same thing.
See, you guys are connected.
We are together. We are.
We build this bridge brick by brick.
Oh my God.
Notice how Meredith and I became united after it was revealed that Marlena was actually Hattie.
That Marlena is actually not even in this episode.
Yeah.
Yes, our main point of difference is no longer in the picture.
There we go.
Absolutely.
She divides and conquers.
She does both. So, yeah, Bonnie is taking issue because Cassandra is the star of the show. And Hattie wants to argue. And Bonnie is fully like, Marlena, what are you even still doing here?
Crazy.
Olivia, I have to say, you're doing such an excellent impression of her.
Thank you.
You're just such a star. You're a star.
Thanks. I feel like characters like Bonnie are really my forte.
They sit in your wheelhouse. They absolutely do.
We could do, if we wanted to, like a recreation of this scene with Olivia as Hattie. No, as Bonnie. Meredith as Hattie, and me as Leo.
Bonus
content.
Patreon
Sign
subscribers.
Up for the Patreon. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not above it. Okay. So yeah, Hattie does the big reveal where she's like, it may be none of Marlena's business, but it's certainly Hattie's business. Bonnie starts panicking because she realizes this has been Hattie all along. And she goes, oh, come here, sister, give us a hug. And I'm like, okay, liberal use of sister.
Very liberal.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
And she says, Bonnie says she's excited to work with Hattie again. And this time it's totally legal, which is a reference to their checkered past.
Their chest pass.
Their chest pass. Hattie tells Bonnie she wouldn't have encouraged her to get involved in the show if she knew Bonnie would try to steal the limelight. And then Hattie gets very serious. She goes, there's only one leading lady in this piece, and it's Charlemagne.
This piece is incredible.
And I am playing Charlemagne. And she like whips her hair around her Sabrina Carpenter bangs.
Yep.
And Leo just sinks at his desk because he's like, what have I gotten myself into?
Do you think they meant to make the lead character's name Charmaine, but it became Charlemagne? I'm so confused about
so weird
how they got to this. Cassandra and
Charlemagne.
Is it like a ancient Greek thing? Like, what is happening?
Okay. So now Abe leaves his voicemail for Johnny, of course, with absolutely no critical information. He's just like, hey, Johnny, call me back. And I'm
Give me a
like,
call.
come on. So, and he's like, well, Chanel's phone went straight to voicemail too. And Paulina's worried that they're going to be blindsided at the audition. And Paulina doesn't get why Alex would want to be on a soap opera. He's a business type. But Abe reminds her that he lost the Kiriakis fortune to Xander, so he'll need a career change. Abe assures Paulina that he doesn't want to cause trouble with Johnny and Chanel's marriage, but when he saw them arguing in the square, he just knew they were destined to be together. And then he's like, not Chanel and Alex, of course. Arrow and Faith. I'm like, sir, you need to crawl back to reality.
Separate the art from the artist.
Oops, there goes gravity.
So now Alex and Stephanie are absolutely nose to nose, almost kissing. And then he's like, I should save the kiss for the audition. Freak.
Disgusting. Predator behavior.
Alex asks how Stephanie thinks he did. And she's like, well, I'm no director, but I've supervised some photo shoots where the models had to bring the story to life, and you were great.
Yeah, that made perfect sense to me. I have no notes for her.
You could just say, I thought you were great.
No, he brought the story to life.
Much like the models on the photo shoots she supervised as a PR artist.
As an artist, the artist that she is.
That she's been working on.
That is what the subtext of that is, Stephanie.
They are artists.
Yeah.
Sex work is work. I don't know where you two are coming from.
Hey,
Meredith,
I
stop
didn't say
trying
anything.
to throw us under this
I did
bus.
not say anything pejorative about it.
Okay. Stephanie's only note, and then the romantic-y underscoring comes in, and then she's like, just don't rush. It's a big moment. Let it breathe. And her subtext is fuck me right now.
Yeah.
But also, as a director, I was like, yeah, the best thing to say to an actor, slow down. Make it slower.
Take more pauses.
Don't drive through the line. Don't.
Alex thanks Stephanie and says he needs to go, and then he weirdly announces that he wants to give her a hug.
Predator behavior.
Yes, predator behavior. My exact thought.
So she goes, I'd like that. And then he goes, me too, again. And then I'm just like, did they have like a no hugging rule at some point that he's now
Me
breaking?
too, indeed. Me too, indeed.
It's crazy.
Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too, indeed.
And yeah, and so, but then he also kisses her on the cheek and hugs her. So I'm like, so you didn't announce that you wanted to kiss her on the cheek. You're just now kissing her on the cheek. Stephanie tells him to break a leg, and he leaves. And then in the tail of the scene, she goes like, break a leg? Like, that's like a ridiculous thing to have said to him, that it's a very appropriate thing to have said.
And it's also like the number one thing that like anyone who's not a theater person like knows to say.
Yeah,
my parents love to say it, and they have no idea.
I do not understand the choice to be like, oh, I said break a leg. I'm such an idiot.
That was crazy.
Now we're going to go back to the pub, but Bonnie is bursting into the pub. Bursting Bonnie is
always slamming into doors.
So,
and she's swinging that purse chain around.
Bonnie sweeps in, and Roman shouts after her. He's like, hey, it's Labor Day. We're closed. And Bonnie goes, Labor Day. How perfect, because everything that Labor Day stands for is why I'm here. She goes, having one's work be fair and equitable.
That's what Labor Day is.
I have 19 EMC points. I am looking to unionize down.
I need one more summer stock contract before.
Oh my God. It was just so funny to me. Like, my favorite is when they just start a sentence and it's like, where's this gonna go? Like when she goes, Labor Day, how perfect. Like, I'm just like, huh? So yeah, we are union strong in this house, and Bonnie is pissed that Leo didn't hear her out. So she's going over his head to Kate, but Kate's already left to meet Abe. But Bonnie has major concerns that the hack they hired to write is going to get the Body and Soul reboot canceled after one episode. Plus, there's that diva of a leading lady. And who should saunter into the pub but Hattie, who I guess is just stalking Bonnie
Followed
across
her.
Salem. And she just goes, would this be the diva to which you refer? And Hattie asks Roman to settle their debate of who would be better suited for the cover of Soaps and Style magazine. And then she goes, her, and points to Bonnie. And then she goes, or me. And she like crazy points.
It's like her elbow like knocks a glass off the shelf. Like it is like, so...
It's like her jacket is too small and she can't bend her arm that way. She hooks it,
but it also felt like the camera was so high that she like had to get up into the frame.
They were like, we're not getting the gesture.
Yeah.
And yeah, Roman just clearly wants none of this heat. He's like, these broads. Like,
and he looks
like, oh,
so
God.
happy to be in the middle of it.
He's like, oh, I'm in the show, you know?
He's in show business, finally.
Leo barges into Stephanie's apartment. We got a lot of barging this episode. Leo wants to thank Stephanie for her amazing press release she did about him. And he quotes her about how Leo's wit and imagination will surely infuse the show with new and vibrant energy. And Stephanie just goes, glad you liked it. That's like maybe my favorite line reading of the show.
And then Leo goes, are you kidding? I was cavelling when I read it. And I was like, this is the least Jewish person I've ever seen in my life.
I had this moment of like, are we adding this now? Like, what is...
There's a great interview with Judge Judy is interviewing RuPaul.
Whoa.
Pause to just like process all of those words together. And like at one point, Judge Judy goes, you know, I don't really think you need to incorporate Yiddish into your vocabulary. And I was like, that is this moment. I was like, Leo,
you're doing too much.
You weren't cavelling. But I think they were trying to find a way to not be like, I was queening out. Like,
I was absolutely gagged when I read it.
Honey, I thought it was slaying the house down boots when I read it. Like,
it's really like, serving. This script is serving.
We can't go that far. Just say he was cavelling. That's crazy.
And now Leo wants a feature in Soaps and Style magazine, which at this point I did have to look up, not a real magazine.
No.
Just in case anyone was concerned.
Yeah.
And he has a headline idea he wants to pitch to Stephanie. Queer as soap.
Insane.
What is the joke?
Queer
I think
as
it's queer as folk.
Yeah.
But again, that show has not been on for 15 years.
There was a reboot on Peacock.
Yes, Benito Skinner was in it. But
it was on Peacock?
I think it was on Peacock.
That's why. I bet one of the writers from that came over to...
Literally, every time they'll do stuff like that, I think of the episode of 30 Rock where Jack introduces the concept of vertical integration, and I'm always like, they're doing it. Look at them.
They're doing it. Which also...
Peacock, NBC.
There you go.
It's all in the family.
It's all in the family.
So now Paulina's getting really annoyed with Abe because she's like, I'm more interested in protecting Chanel and Johnny's real marriage than Arrow and Faith's love story. Abe says he's on it. He's going to head to the studio. But Kate arrives to give the jangly good news that they can film at the pub. She's truly just entering every scene.
They heard her. They heard her coming.
Yeah.
They're like, go get the door.
Kate can tell something's wrong, and Paulina comments that while Kate's out solving problems, Abe is here creating new ones. Absolute burn. Okay, now, finally, we're going to strap in for Soap Opera History 101. Is everyone ready? Did everyone bring their notepads?
I couldn't.
I can't wait.
Johnny and Chanel arrive at the Body and Soul production office, and Chanel goes, did you know soap operas started in the early 1930s as 15-minute radio episodes? And then Johnny goes, I know. I also did some research. And did you know the original program considered to be a soap opera by scholars of the genre was called Painted Dreams, which premiered at WGM Radio in Chicago in 1930. And he he looks so relieved to have gotten that line out.
He got that one.
You know, he's been so anxious all day.
I cannot believe they decided to do this.
And also, I was like, this is what you guys talk about after sex?
I forgot.
Like,
They got all horned up and then they did
What?
research.
Yeah, they were like, quick, pull up the Wikipedia.
Oh my God. I just couldn't get over. Did you know? Da, 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 da. I did know that. I also did research. Did you know? Da, 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 da.
They sound like they're being held at gunpoint.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
do not remember.
They're like
this
holding up an
information.
iPad showing the date and today's
Yes.
deadline. So yeah, Chanel, they do trivia time, and then Chanel abruptly decides she needs to get into character and start thinking about her new mystery leading man. And then she assures Johnny she's just playing. He's the only leading man for her. We get it. Clearly, he has an ego problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start making out at work, obviously the height of professionalism, when of course Alex comes in and Chanel's literally like, "What are you doing here?" And Alex explains he's here to audition. With any luck, he'll be the arrow to her faith. And off a stunned Johnny and Chanel, that is the end of the episode. Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, guys, what did we learn? Takeaway, postmortem,
We learned what not to do to book a role.
some red flags around audition prep and
Absolutely.
working with
And
your
etiquette,
spouse.
yeah.
Yep.
So I know I've always said, like I should come to Salem like as a podcaster, but
Mhm.
now it's clear I need to be doing a Body and Soul recap podcast.
And you need to have
Olivia.
us on as guests who have never seen Body and Soul.
Yeah.
But Olivia, I do want to remind you that on my first episode, we talk about this exact thing.
Yes.
When I was watching the thing and they were like body and soul, and I was like, oh my
We
God, we
talked
like
about
talked
this.
about this. And it was as the podcaster for Body and Soul.
Oh my
recap.
God. But yeah, I'm continuing to flesh out who I think that character is and what I think the arc is. And
Yeah.
I'm just saying, put me in, coach. I'm ready. I could write it myself. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, she'll save you a fee. Yeah.
I mean, pay me. I'm not rich. I'm not a doctor. I can't do it for free.
She's not like Marlena.
Well, I feel like this was an incredibly successful episode in terms of bridging the gap betwixt
Yes.
my two.
I think a bridge has been built.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm just so excited to keep going with season 60. I'm really liking the vibe.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's good.
being-
It feels lighter.
Yeah.
It feels
It's definitely leaning into being played for comedy.
Camp.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
said, we hear you. We're
They said,
going
we
for
know
camp.
who we are. Do you?
Meredith Grant, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
me
much.
yet again. I know it won't be the last time. I know I'm going to be
please.
knocking on your
Anytime.
doors again. I guess I'll do another plea. If you like the podcast, subscribe, rate, review, do all the things. Tell a friend. I really want to build the podcast because I'd like to do this for my job. I'd like to pitch myself to Days of Our Lives for my job. That'd be pretty cool. And I'd like Peacock to give me some real ads so that we don't just have to talk about the Dove commercials and the traders
That's
and the
right.
other things we're watching on Peacock. I don't know. I guess all there is to say is stay classy, Salem. Goodbye. You guys both muted. You said, I do not say goodbye on this podcast.
Well, I wanted to give you your moment.
Yeah, I
okay.
was giving you time.
It's okay. We did it. Oh my God, I'm sweating so hard. That was so
I know.
funny.
This is a big one. This is a big one.